So good afternoon everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about pressure measurements. It comes in the module 5. So here we are going to discuss about the pressure measurement definition as well as the basic pressures like absolute as well as atmospheric pressure, gauge pressure. Those things we are going to discuss for here. Okay. So first we are going to discuss about the pressure measurement. So pressure is the action of one force against the another over a surface. So the pressure P is P of a force F distributed over an area A is defined as P is equal to F by A. Okay. So normally pressure we can measure with the unit Newton per meter square or Pascal. Okay. So high pressure can be conveniently expressed in terms of kilonewton per meter square, and the pressure is the action of one force on the another force. That is definition for the pressure. And so even this can be measured with the help of the bar also. Okay. So in this diagram there will be shows the relationship between the pressure. Okay. So if you check over here, see over here, so this is the atmospheric pressure. Exactly the atmospheric pressure we are going to measure in the sea level, seashore area. Okay, so there it will be 1.013, like the atmospheric pressure we are going to measure. So above the atmospheric pressure we are going to say it is a positive pressure or in the gauge pressure. Okay, below the atmospheric pressure we are going to say that negative pressure or in the barometric pressure. Okay, so from here to here the thing is a negative pressure. Below the negative pressure we are saying that absolute pressure, exactly in the bottom, that zero absolute pressure over there. So absolute pressure, it refers to the absolute value of the force per unit or exerted on the containing wall of the fluid is called as absolute pressure. So already we discussed about the atmospheric pressure. Exactly, it will be exerted in the earth atmospheric pressure, usually measured by barometer. On the sea level, the atmosphere pressure 1.013 into 10 power Newton per meter square. Okay. So then comes into the gauge pressure. It will be represent the difference between the absolute pressure and local atmosphere pressure is called gauge or gauge pressure. Okay. Then vacuum pressure, it is the absolute pressure less the atmospheric pressure, also call it as negative pressure. Okay. So then we are going to discuss about some more types of static and dynamic pressures. So here fluid is in equilibrium. The pressure at a point is identical in all direction and independent orientation is referred as pressure. Okay, in the dynamic pressure, here there exists a pressure gradient within the system. To restore the equilibrium, the fluid flows from regions of higher pressure to higher pressure regions to the regions of the lower pressure. Okay, so this is about the static dynamic pressure. Then comes into the types of pressure measuring devices. Okay, some of the mechanical devices it is used to measure the pressure, and some of the electromechanical devices it will be used, and some of the electronic devices it can be used over there. So normally in the Bourdon pressure gauge, diaphragm as well as bellows, these are all the things that will become as the mechanical instruments. Okay, in the electromechanical instruments, what happens actually to detect the input is in the mechanical devices, but the output it will be showing as in the electrical signal. Okay, That is the thing. So the mechanical instrument, these devices are maybe a two type. The first includes the those devices in which pressure measurement is made by balancing an unknown pressure with a known force. The second type include those employing quantitative deformation of an elastic member of the pressure of measurements. Okay, so like this two types are there. Then comes into the next one, the electromechanical instrument. So normally in the before going to the electrical mechanical instrument, for mechanical instrument first type we are going to give the example for the Gordon pressure tube, and second one we are going to give the example for the diaphragm. Okay. Then the electromechanical instrument, this instruments employs mechanical means of detecting the pressure and electrical means of indicating the recording the detected pressure. That's what already I told you. So the detecting the input, they can use the mechanical devices like a plumber or like a plunger or pistons. It will be detect the input and it will shows as a electrical output. That means the output it will shows in terms of digital value. So those things we'll see from the electrical devices. So the input is the mechanical device, output is the electrical device. Then last one is the electronic instruments. These instruments depends on some physical change which can be detected and indicated or recorded electronic. So those type of instrument is the electronic instruments. So the remaining things you will see in the next video.